It looked like oil. It looked like oil oozing on top of the desert.
There's fish on top of the
But
sand.
it's actually fish, 2-inch trout, millions of them.
Coming, and they're
It just
chasing people?
coming down the desert.
Isn't that Kevin Bacon movie?
No, this was real. I just was flipping through the channel and they come up on this.
No, that is not Trimmers.
It was it was coming up on the name of the thing is Weird World, this weird world of ours.
You know, my
But
computer
it
may
was
die in the middle of
insane
this
looking.
one, but I need to know about this.
The Thar Desert.
Weird World.
Weird
and then
World.
The Thar Desert.
Trout.
And that is the most population wise in a desert is the Thar Desert. It's thousands of people live in it.
Oh.
And they said the lake, I can't remember the name of it.
And apparently millions of trout.
Yeah.
Hold
and
on.
Then, but it was just wild that, they're just oozing through on the top of the sand. Look.
No water.
No water. None. It actually looked like oil oozing on top of the ground, except you would see the whole thing was moving because the fish was flipping.
The fish don't require water?
Hey, evidently these don't because it was on top of the desert moving.
Never going to that desert.
Hey.
That sounds like the start of a Kevin Bacon.
Also,
Oh, no, it was the craziest looking thing you'd ever want to see in your life.
Also
It
sounds
was
like an easy
weird.
way to catch a bunch of fish.
Yeah. No.
I
Oh,
ain't
it would have
eating
been
that
great
fish.
bait.
Just walk out there and
Oh, yeah.
scoop them up.
2 inchers.
Yeah, imagine if you had bait, you didn't have to put in a minnow bucket.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thar Desert.
Did you find it? Has he been sleep dreaming again?
No, I was looking at it. I was watching a Western.
What?
There's a fish and there's another fish in the desert.
You
Look at
were-
that fish.
Look at him. And that's a catfish.
He ain't making
Type of
stuff up.
catfish.
What is happening here?
You're on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok. That's where that came from. I don't have a TikTok.
This is a weird place. we
TikTok,
live.
you don't stop, huh?
No.
Oh,
Hey.
man.
I'm an
Oh.
adult. I don't have a TikTok. You got to draw a line somewhere when you're growing up.
You didn't
and you're
look
like,
up Weird World?
I'm trying to. TikTok
that's
is
what
where
it's
I draw
on.
the line.
Okay.
Weird
Matter
World.
of fact, I'm going to be watching it Sunday night because they said they had a special coming.
What channel?
No, I'm serious.
What channel?
Huh?
What?
214 on my TV,
So what happened?
on my disc.
Weird World Channel 214
Yeah.
dish.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet's
What
awesome
happened?
if I find this.
How did you end up from a
That's
Western?
the Weather Channel.
Well, no, I know. I was looking and because with the hurricane, Barrel, I think is the name of it,
Yeah, barrel. Yeah.
that went through. I was checking on that, but I changed channels to see what the stupid movie's name was. Well, when I changed channels, I went to the Weather Channel,
And then you got sucked
and
in.
then when I come back, I couldn't find my Western Channel, and I
So-
got into the fish.
So I'm going
It's
to give
called
you
Weird Earth.
Weird Earth.
Weird
Yeah.
Earth
Yeah.
on the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
I thought they only covered the weather. I've never watched.
Oh
the
no,
Weather
this
Channel.
was the craziest thing you'd ever want to look at. Millions of fish out in the middle of a desert. Okay,
It sounded
nothing
like
but sand.
the Weather Channel headed towards the MTV route. You know, music
Oh, it's the
television
craziest
where
thing you would ever want to look at.
there's no more music.
Well, to
you
be
know.
fair, a bunch of fish in the desert way more entertaining than the chance of
Oh
precipitation.
no, it got my attention immediately. I said, "Wait a minute, this is
Precipitation.
fish, and they're on top of the desert,
And they just walking across the sand.
and they're flopping, coming toward the camera."
This is a brand new show.
Where
Oh,
are
no,
they going?
yeah.
I just like
No,
how
no.
Si has a date with the Weather Channel Sunday at 9.
Oh no, I want to watch it because look, the next thing
They ain't gonna be at
they
9,
said,
no.
okay, this plane is at 30,000 feet, and they're looking at a giant cloud.
I found it. I 100% found it.
Look at this. Put this up on.
Look,
Hunter.
I just want to say congratulations to the people that created the internet because you just allowed Si to tell me channel 214 and all the wrong information. Because of channel 214, we found this. Are you ready? That's fish.
That's fish. Look at this.
What?
That's in the middle of the desert. On top of it at 110 degrees.
What a weird earth.
And
Hold
we
on.
would have never known about this if Si knew how to hit info on his commercial on his remote.
No, my wife told me.
Think of the things that have to happen for us to find out about this. My man wants to know the name of a Western. And rather than hit info,
Hey, no, our back, our guide.
he changed the Western's so good he changes the channel and gets sucked into fish walking across the desert.
Oh yeah, and hey, look, I'm sitting. Sunday night at 9:00. Hey, that channel will be on my TV.
You are a child.
Did you write it
love
down?
it.
Oh, I love it.
Did you like write it on a post-it note? Sunday, 9:00.
No, I've got it right up here.
2, 4. Okay.
Hey, I
Think
won't
of
miss
what-
it, son.
Think of what Si could do with Adderall.
Because look, it shows this gigantic cloud.
See-through walls.
Look, no, it shows this gigantic cloud at 30,000 feet. And the only thing I can say, you remember when Helen blew up? The volcano?
Yeah, well, I mean, I learned about it in history. Yeah, Mount
Yeah.
St. Helens.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one blew up.
That's what it looked like.
It went
was
off,
the
yeah.
giant,
Ash cloud.
ash cloud.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't see to it. And it was just, this thing was humongous. Okay. So now this is like PBS. This is going to give you stuff that you have never seen before.
What a weird Earth.
What a weird. It's even weirder that it's on the Weather Channel.
No.
Have you ever watched the Weather Channel for more than 2 minutes? It's boring. They needed something like this to boost the rating.
I was checking on the hurricane in the Gulf. Well, the hurricane had already moved over and was up north.
Yeah, gone.
Wait till you
Yeah,
find out about
it was already in
iPhones.
Arkansas and moving north.
You just, there's the weather. It's going to rain.
But hey, thousands of fish on top of a desert.
Just walking, chilling.
Yeah, just hey,
Where they go? Did it tell you where they were going?
they was trying to get to water source.
Well,
Hey, look, they came from an underground river.
Them fish ain't
under
no
the
dummies.
desert. Look, they come from an underground river under the desert,
yeah.
and then they got on top somehow. And
They
hey,
said
look,
that ain't good.
they're looking for better water.
Somebody got to tell them the grass ain't always greener over.
Yeah, you should have stayed where you was at, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all about to become a fish fry.
Yeah, you're fixing about to become extinct.
Yeah.
Them things cooking on top of that sand for show.
Oh, the
yeah,
first one
110
out.
110 degrees in the shade.
Yeah, the first one out that was like the bridge for everybody else.
Yeah.
He's still right there.
Yeah.
He didn't make it far. I bet.
Well, hey, what amazed me is they just kept flopping, coming toward you.
That's
Millions
wild.
of them. Okay, and they're flopping, so well, they're still alive.
Yeah,
It's just craziest thing I ever seen.
that's wild.
You know, it is wild.
Oh man, that's fun. Well, they didn't have none of them at the Nashville Zoo. I can guarantee you.
They named another fish that they thought it was puff or something like that.
A
Puff
puffer
Daddy?
fish?
What?
A puffer fish?
Yeah.
He in the ocean.
Oh well, hey, they just.
I
said
mean, do we
something about
really
it.
know what this anything?
It
at
looks
this
like
point?
a puff. They was talking about, it looked like a puff. And then they said, no, we actually looked at them now. It's trout. And then they went to talking about, well, we imported them into Pakistan from England in the 50s.
From England.
So they just trying to go back to England.
Well, they're trying to.
They don't like
I don't know
Pakistan
what
either.
Friend, if I've learned anything, it's if you get out of England, you ain't trying to go back.
Well, I mean, if you're
Once you leave it,
if you're-
yeah, you've been
It gets
there.
78 degrees there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how
Yeah,
hot
and they
that
burn
is?
it up.
well, I mean,
We're melting.
yeah. So you're shipped from 78-degree England to 120-degree Pakistan.
You might
Yeah.
want to go back to England.
Or at
I wish
least
I remember the name of the lake because they were saying during flood stage.
I thought it was a desert river.
Well,
an
hey,
underground.
that's what
desert.
I'm just saying. The
I'm
biggest
so
lake,
confused.
the biggest lake in Pakistan, when it floods during flood stage, it floods over 200 miles of desert.
That's because they ain't got no lead.
The RCD
Okay,
lake?
Yeah, yeah. But hey, when you think about flooding the desert,
Yeah.
and then people say when they read about it, the flood in the Bible, they don't believe it. You people ain't lived around water. Okay, if you had, you'd believe.
You'd
okay?
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't no
Well,
doubt.
hey, there's no stopping water.
Yeah, you can't stop water.
Well, now
Water-
we have a 100-year flood every other year, so I don't know how that averages out.
I'll tell you
but-
what the fish were looking for.
What?
They was looking for the flood.
They's looking for the flood.
That's
They's
what they
trying
were
to go somewhere else.
That's right. They had to
Could
go
you
somewhere
imagine
else.
how confusing it had to be for the fish?
When he
during
got
the
up there
flood?
and was like,
Oh no!
"Ruh-roh."
They were like, we have just expanded our territory immensely.
Mm-hmm. Here's what I tell you: we just got back from a road trip with the boys, and I
Road trip.
had to sign up for a free service.
Ooh.
Ad free so the boys could watch in the back seat. Because 8 hours.
Guess
on
what's going
20
to
months
happen in 7 days and then 1 month later and 1 month after that if you don't get Rocket Money?
Well, I've already done it. As soon as we landed back in the driveway last night, open up the app, few clicks,
Boom,
bop,
boom, boom.
we're done. It's over. Make sure that my free trial doesn't turn into a recurring expense, and because I could have been one of over 74% of people that have subscriptions they've forgotten about. But Rocket Money makes it easy, so you really like, oh yeah, I can sign up for this, then I just go there, click a few times, and everything's good to go. I don't have to do no customer service stuff. I ain't got to do none of that. Rocket Money takes care of all of it for me. Most Americans think they spend about $62 per month on subscriptions. The real number is actually closer to $300. That is thousands of dollars a year, half of which are probably forgotten about. Thankfully, Rocket Money can help that. So, if you're a person who tracks your bank statements, credit card history, all the things, Rocket Money can do that for you. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. You can see all your subscriptions in one place. And if you see something you don't want, Rocket Money can help cancel it with just a few taps. The dashboard shows you this month's spending compared to last month, so you can clearly see spending habits, and you can create custom budgets to keep spending on track. And look, if you got bills and you're like, man, I think I get this a little bit lower, Rocket Money can help negotiate those to a lower price, sometimes up to 20%. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill. Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They'll deal with customer service for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of zeros. It's just that simple. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/duck. That's rocketmoney.com/
Duck.
One more time, rocketmoney.com/
Duck. Another thing, just remember, me and my wife were talking this weekend. Okay,
I love this guy.
religious come in, because she said, I figured out how God's going in time. Whoa. When he gets sick of us. And I said, well, enlighten me, baby. She said, first, the sun, moon, and stars are going to fall out of the sky. And guess what happens when that happens? Everything goes dark.
The trumpet sound?
No, yeah, and then the trumpet blows. Yeah, she said that, Gabriel blows the trumpet. Okay.
Yeah.
And here he comes.
Then I said, hey, you just gave me, I know, what's the fault on the California coast?
San Andreas?
Yeah.
San Jose?
I know what caused that.
What?
When God stopped time in the Bible in Jose. Because when he stopped time, you got to think about this. This thing is going 666,000 miles a minute. Well, he stopped time. Hey.
And California.
That abrupt. Hey, it made that thing a buckle, and then the started sliding on top of each other.
So I said, not only is the earth not flat, it's like an egg.
That's right, buddy.
So, and it'll crack.
It'll crack, baby.
If you stop something,
yeah.
Could you? A decent point has been made. If you spun an egg that fast and then stopped it,
what would happen?
Nothing good.
Something in California is having trouble.
I know what it done. It buckled, cracked, okay, and then it slid on top of each other.
Yeah. I'll say this.
I can't argue with it.
I've heard a heck of a lot worse theories.
Well, no, I was fixed to say, that is a good theory.
What if scientists figured it all out?
Hey, I would believe that, and hey, I will go to my grave believing I'm right.
I'm a firm believer in the
I'll ask Jesus when I get face.
Here's what
look. I'm a firm believer that every human being that's ever lived knows something for a fact, and when they get to heaven, they're going to learn that they were so wrong. It's not even funny.
Oh no,
like way off on that one, bro.
Yeah,
but that one's going to be right.
That's
the
kind
of stuff he's like. You're the one guy that figured it out, Si. You did it.
No, but here's the thing.
Si.
Most people don't think about it. I have some weird thoughts at times.
I
really do.
For a man that's never dabbled in recreational narcotics, it is strange how your brain works.
Well, no, because look, you got to think about this. God created all this stuff, and look, God don't create nothing unless it has a purpose.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay, so there's stuff out there. I don't know what the purpose is.
A mosquito?
A mosquito's one of them. Okay.
A tick?
Is his only purpose just sucking blood off out of human beings' bodies?
A tick?
Yep.
Or tick, yeah.
Yeah.
Or flies.
Flies help break
What
down
I know,
stuff. I get
hey,
that.
flies, I see their purpose because they okay.
Martin's in on the flies.
Stuff has got a
Oh, I'm not
degrade.
in on them. I hate them. But, I mean, I get it. Like,
Yeah,
There's nothing
You know.
worse than a
because
fly.
when something like on the road dies, the flies have to show up and then degrade it, and then the flies turn into maggots,
Yeah.
and then the maggots take care of all the dead junk.
Yeah, and then maggots turn into
They're
fish.
clean. Yeah, they're clean up. It's clean.
And then the fish get in the underground river,
Yeah,
and then
it's
the
cleanup
underground
river.
river goes to the surface, and then the fish are like, where do we go? And they
That's
go
right,
down the
yeah,
road.
and they hunt for the river.
It's almost like a circle.
Right, yeah.
It's like things are round. Oh,
I thought we were
Lord.
going Circle of Life there. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Well, that
I've had a really interesting weekend. I really have. Okay.
do you ever not?
And hey, and look, and I got another one coming up because hey, guess what?
Sunday night.
Sunday night, 9:00, 2:14, baby.
Tell you what now.
Weird
if
world.
If you folks question
Weird Earth.
My Pillows and Helix
Hey.
mattresses, y'all need to go somewhere.
Hey,
Look at what this man coming up with.
oh,
It's because
hey,
It's
all
impressive.
He
I
ain't
say,
doing none of it away.
I'm just always in wonder and awe, of how great this life is.
Again,
okay?
you are a child, and I
Yeah,
love it.
it's never boring.
Amen.
Okay,
The fact-
Now think about that. Fish,
hold on.
fish in the middle of a desert.
think about what you just said. This is only coming from Si Robertson. You were watching the Weather Channel, and now you're saying how life is never boring.
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, when you can find millions of fish in the middle of a desert and there's no water and they're on top of the sand,
It
I'm
doesn't
just
make
glad-
any
and
sense.
hey, look, and the best part it was, and baby, they're on the move.
They roll.
They're not just fooling around; they're rolling, looking for water.
I'd be looking for water. if I
That's
was a
pretty
fish.
wild.
I wonder if that's like some of them shows though, where my man is standing right in front of the puddle of water and you just don't see it, and like as soon as
Yeah.
they get to the end of his lens, like they're in the water. And
No,
it's
that'd
like,
be
this is-
sorry. That would be.
It
sorry.
almost be like
Do not
finding
ruin
out.
nature shows for
That,
Uncle
hey,
Si, sir.
that would be just like a human being.
It would. It's almost like if they gave you lines to say in reality television.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him.
Boy. I love it. Oh, boy.
Breaking down the fifth wall. How many walls are there? I don't know.
Oh,
Bunch of them.
welcome to this weird world of ours, boys.
It is a weird world.
It is.
And I love
We
it.
may need to change our podcast.
What are we going to change it to?
Weird World.
Weird world.
First off, Weird Earth is the name of
Oh,
it.
Weird Earth. Yeah.
But I
sorry.
do feel like
So they didn't do a very good job of branding. We
yeah,
don't even remember.
the good folks at the Weather Channel should have called Si and said Weird Earth or Weird World because you want alliteration.
And to be fair, I mean, I think a pretty cool goal for Si would be to narrate a nature special.
Do you
Oh,
know?
no.
I would pay so much money to have that happen.
Yeah.
I would need rocket money to cancel my subscription because I would love it so much that I would subscribe to it. I would watch one a day. Si on PBS or any channel.
And not all, hey, they're looking for water. No. Hey,
And there's millions of them.
Jack.
Here's what's crazy about all this. I can see myself in the future with Jesus, and me and Jesus, I'm talking to him about creation.
Yeah. He gonna have to put up a sign that says
talking about what-
like
how did
10
you
minutes
come
at a
up- How
time.
did you come up with this?
Rhinoceroses.
Right.
Hey, that's wild. That's what I had in my mind. Is a rhino.
Weird Earth.
I'm serious. I was asking Jesus, how did you come up with a rhino? And you said it's. I can't believe this. This is too much.
This is a wild day. You know what's even wilder about this day?
That the fact that the rhino was there is because we watched the trailer for Gladiator 2 before we got
No, we
started.
just watched it.
ruining
We just watched it on
magic,
Gladiator.
man.
See?
Yeah.
I told you that's why it was in
No,
his
no.
mind.
We may have
This is
started
insane.
this morning watching the Gladiator 2 trailer all
This
together.
is insane. Hey, did you notice when they went by, he had blood all over the horn?
Yeah, you don't want to. There's
I
a
ain't
few
getting in
things
front of
I'm
a
not
rhino.
getting a fight with.
Rhino.
One rhino's one of them.
Rhino is one of them.
Yeah, we were at, you think you know how big they are, and then we went to the Nashville Zoo with the boys, And they got like 6 rhinos.
Yeah, we haven't even got to talk about your trip.
Well, I ain't worried about that, but we got plenty of other podcasts. I'm assuming this thing's going on till next week sometime.
Well, I hope so. I've made plans.
But via rocket money.
Still got to pay for Disney
No,
World.
no. Since you said how big it was, look.
But look, when them things, they were all laid out there in the shade, 'cause it's hot. I mean, Tennessee's still hot, but when they stood up, I said, yeah.
Yeah, that thing's hurt you.
He big.
No,
I mean,
hey,
When we fed that one, I was like,
hey, didn't Willie shoot a bison?
I
And he
think
got
so.
a bison head in his house.
Yeah, I think he
he
did.
bought that on eBay.
No, I thought they was only 2,000 pounds.
Bison?
Yeah, I was looking at a show the other day where a guy shot one with a bow. Hey, double that.
4?
They're 4,000 pounds.
2 tons is what you.
Yeah,
I don't know how big they
Hey,
are.
but try.
Big.
They're big.
These suckers are huge.
You don't want to wrestle one.
No, you don't want to ride one either. That YouTube video is a farce. The guy on a buffalo. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be mongrel.
I would never ride a horse. If you gave me the opportunity to ride a buffalo,
Oh, I'd ride him.
You'd be a guy on a buffalo?
the guy
Hey,
on the
I'd be
buffalo,
Monroe.
single greatest YouTube series of all time. If you haven't seen it, just go YouTube guy on a buffalo. Thank me.
Break your
Subsequently.
gun on a stump.
Guy on a buffalo. It's awesome.
One of the
Mongrel.
original viral clips.
Mongrel boy.
I don't even know if that was viral
It should have been.
or if I just watched it that many times. I mean, how many views does the guy on a buffalo have?
See where we go?
By
I
the-
told you. Weird world. That's where we're at.
The Possum Posse was the band that made this. Oh, it's got 16 million views.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
12 years ago. I was at least 500,000 of them. It is my favorite YouTube series of all time.
Oh,
And there's
man.
only 4 episodes.
Oh, boy.
Well, if you want to know just how weird this world, what Earth can be, a lady from Maine can marry a guy from the Dominican Republic, and then they can end up working at Duck Commander, which is exactly what we have coming in here now.
That
So-
there you go.
You know, the whole time I've been smiling because I was like, this is just a softball.
I know.
setup. Because
The perfect segue.
they're 2 of the most interesting people I've met only because of their story, and we haven't really got to dive into it,
But we're going to.
but we're
We
about
are.
to.
So let's take a break, and we're going to get Luis and Brittany in the hot seats. Well, they're not.
Are they
I
going
mean,
to
it is
share a
hot.
chair?
Yeah, I mean, they're married.
Okay.
We can treat it like Santa Claus. Ain't no big deal.
These
So.
armrests go up.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
Johnny D, tell me what's happening.
You know what's happening?
AG1.
AG1, and that's part of an overall healthier lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna make you feel better. You're gonna have better gut health. And let me tell you, I've been drinking it for several years now, me and my wife, and we love it.
Look, taking care of your health isn't always easy, but it should at least be simple. That's why for the last 4 years, we've been drinking AG1 every day. It's just 1 scoop mixed in water once a day, every day, and it's going to make you feel more energized, focused, nourished, strong, and ready to tackle the day. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement, so each serving delivers everything my body needs, like my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, and probiotics, and more. It's a powerfully healthy habit that's also powerfully simple. And how many scoops does it take to get that, Si?
One.
How many scoops will do you?
One.
It's just 1 scoop right there. It's the best. It's the easiest thing you can do. I drink it after my workout. Gets me feeling better every morning. Recover faster. You feel more focused. You got more energy. There's something to say about just feeling better. Your immune system's better. Your gut's better. Everything's better because it's all got it right there in that 1 scoop. Right, Phil?
That's right. And let's face it, you're gonna spend the money somewhere.
You're going to drink an energy drink.
You
You're
need
going to
to
drink
get
a
the
coffee.
AG1.
This is going to be the best thing you can do. When I drink AG1, I know I'm covering my nutritional bases right at the start of my day. I'm getting support for my brain, gut, immune health, since AG1 is packed with vitamins, probiotics, and nutrients. And I love that every scoop has vitamin C and zinc to support immune health because I got little kids that like to lick and touch everything. So I know there's germs around me all the time. So I like boosting that immune system every single morning so I don't end up sneezing and coughing all over everything. If there's one product I trust to support my whole body health, it's AG1, and that's why we've been partnered with them for so long. It's easy and satisfying to start your journey with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/duck.
Duck.
That's drinkag1.com/duck.
Duck.
Check it out.
Today, immediately.
And we're back.
We're back.
I told y'all we'd have special guests. And continuing on our theme of adding people that work at Duck Commander to the podcast so that you see kind of the whole shebang behind the scenes, we have Luis and his lovely wife, Brittany, who Brittany actually doesn't work for Duck Commander. She works for Tread Lively, which is the podcast company that puts this out for you guys to listen to. And so when you get tired of us reading ads, it's her fault because she sells them all.
I always
So,
get excited when Brittany
Hey,
emails me because it means we get to talk about something new and fun.
Yeah, or we get free stuff.
Yeah. Like body wash.
You two are my favorite because you're always on the free stuff.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I said. I mean, like, well, I mean,
I
if
used to
you're-
share an office with Gimber. I come by that naturally.
look, I don't care who you are. You like free stuff. And I emphasis on stuff. Like, it doesn't really matter if it's free because you're like, man, let me try that. And then sometimes they work great. Sometimes not so much. And, but it was free.
Sometimes you get dried mango delivered to your house.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Or bourbon pecans.
okay,
I mean,
since Mr.
uh-oh.
Romantic is not here,
who's romantic?
John.
Oh, Godwin.
Godwin.
I got you. Okay.
Okay, since he's not here, I'll take his place. How did
Oh.
you two meet?
That's a
That's a
hard-hitting
great question.
question.
Also known as I'm bored with your banter, Martin. So there we go.
No, I wanted to
You
get
sound
to
like
the
everybody in the comments.
guest. I want to get to the guest.
No, we actually met. I was a missionary in the Dominican Republic, and he was the translator for our group.
Question. What language do they speak in the Dominican Republic?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't speak Dominican?
Some,
No.
some Dominicans speak
I mean,
Dominican. It's just like here in Louisiana.
Okay.
It's
okay.
Spanish. Yeah.
It's okay.
Spanish based.
Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah. So patos.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Patos. There you
Yeah.
go.
See.
That's
See?
duck.
That's
duck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pavo grande, big turkey.
Ooh.
Hey, all right.
Oh,
Look at
See, there's
you.
things you got to learn how to communicate in the state of Texas if you're a hunter,
Mm.
because a lot of the ranch managers speak a lot of Spanish, and so like if you're out there for something, you need to learn the basic. I know just enough Spanish to be real dangerous, like to get myself in a bind. So
Hola, Martin. ¿Cómo estás?
yeah, well, muy
Muy
bien.
bien, gracias.
Hey, there you go.
See, I know just enough to get myself in a lot of trouble.
Good.
I don't
I know
know if I'm
just
going to
enough-
end up at the casino or the grocery store, but like it's fine.
I learned in just
Casino.
enough to get my face slapped.
Okay. Oh man.
So, missionary, translator.
But missionary from where?
I'm originally from Maine, the great state of Maine.
Wow.
Weird Earth.
Weird.
It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird earth
That's
up there.
strange.
So you left a lot of cold and pine trees for sand and palm. I've never been to Dominican. I'm just assuming it's like a lot of the islands
I've
and
never
has
been
sand
to the
and palm
Dominican,
trees.
but I have seen it.
Flew over it.
Nope.
Oh.
I was there,
Pictures?
but I just didn't get to go there.
Oh, really?
I was on the border.
Was this a
Uh-huh.
whirlwind?
I was in
love
Haiti,
affair?
and they're like, "Hey, look, that's the Dominican." And I was
Oh.
like, "Can we go?" They were like,
Nope.
"Nope."
There's a big old wall.
I was like, "Why not?" And they were like, "We're not even going to get close to that border." And I was like, "Okay."
Good call.
Yeah, we lived pretty close to the border, about 45 minutes away from
Yeah.
the border to Haiti.
Oh man, we could have like shouted at each other across the river or something.
We definitely
One
could
day.
have.
I didn't know you then, but y'all knew Willie then, and I was with Willie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I heard that he was in Haiti sometimes. So.
Yeah, we
Oh.
should have like met up and yelled at
Yeah.
each other from the distance.
Willie travels to the other side usually. of the
Willie
distance.
goes to
Yeah.
different places, but that is how y'all ended up here.
It
Oh,
is how we
so-
ended up here. Yeah. So, do you want to tell him?
I grew up in an orphanage in the Dominican Republic,
Okay.
and Willie and Korie I've been a big supporter of that place for a long time, since I was 8 years old. And yeah, I grew up in that place, and it was my goal to learn English while I was growing up.
Okay.
So every time these American people came into our house, I was like, I need to learn the language, you know. So the place, I mean, this orphanage didn't have the resources to send me to an English institute. And then I challenged myself to learn English by myself. So
That's tight.
It's
I
a.
don't know.
I failed
It's-
Spanish.
And he learned the
mean-
full gamut of English, and I know just enough to talk about killing stuff in Spanish. So it's weird when goals happen. That's I didn't know that part of it. That's pretty.
really
That's pretty
cool.
stinking cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning, but I'm learning the Louisiana English.
I was about to say, you seem to have a pretty good grasp on it to still be learning.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there. I mean, and yeah, I grew up in this orphanage, and then I started working at the orphanage when I graduated from high school.
Okay.
And yeah, that's when I met Brittany. Someone just told me, "Hey, there's this group coming to the Dominican Republic, and we don't have someone to
We found
translate."
the only child in all of Neighbor who could speak English.
Yeah. So they were like, "Do you think you can do this?" And I was like, "Of course. I mean, there's money. I mean, of course. Come on, why not?"
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I translated for the whole week, and then, well, I didn't meet you in that trip, right? I met you in the second
First trip, I wasn't there.
Yeah, that was the first trip, and then when they came back to Maine, they were like, "Look, we met this awesome guy. I mean, I know I am." We met this awesome guy, and we want you guys to hire him again to be your interpreter for this trip. And that's when I met my wife.
There you go.
That is an
Bizarre.
incredible story.
That's
So how long
wild.
did y'all date?
We dated probably just over a year.
But it
We
was
had
like
like
a long
a-
distance relationship.
I was in Maine and he
so
was in the DR.
You know how that goes.
That's a long distance
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, that's real
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. I went every few months to visit, and
Okay.
it was long, but we couldn't stay apart, so I ended up quitting my job and moving.
And so you moved to the Dominican
Hmm. Yeah, so he
all because a kid taught himself English. Because if you didn't do that, you'd
Yeah.
never get to be the translator.
God's scripture.
it's so true.
God moves in mysterious ways.
That's
It's
right.
so true because I actually had been traveling back and forth to the DR. I'd been at least 12 times to the same city where we were working, and I had never met him before.
That's amazing.
And until we needed a translator.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So I got a question I've always wanted to know
I was going to ask
about
the same thing.
translators.
I was going to ask the
Oh,
same
really?
thing.
Do y'all like as translators? Do y'all like mess with people? Like, do you like really tell a joke in Spanish because people in English can't call you out on it? And like everybody laughs or like,
I mean, I heard some people do that, but I don't.
oh.
I'm a serious guy.
Yeah, see,
Sometimes-
I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'd be
Nah.
like making fun of one of them or something, just you know,
Nah.
because I know Willie would just to get everybody on the same page, let everybody know like
Yeah.
this is low key fun. Like this doesn't have to be super official. This is just we're just here to have a good time. So I would tell jokes in both languages.
He was
just,
such a
just
good
for
translator,
funsies.
though. They went back to Maine and made announcements about him. They're like, we got this guy.
Well, I'm
Brittany,
sure
you got to meet him.
I'm just
Oh, yeah.
guessing here. The experience of folks from Maine with translators was probably limited. So when you
Very
find one
limited.
that you can trust and is good, you better
yeah.
stick with him. Like that's I'm guessing.
That's exactly how
But
it
I
went.
do have a question though too. Like, so you left Maine, went to the Dominican Republic. Is there a weather that you prefer now that you're older, like the Maine weather, Dominican weather? Like,
I really
just-
do. I love Maine.
yeah,
I love everything about Maine, but the winters are just so long.
yeah.
If it wasn't so long, it would be great.
Yeah.
But when you're talking winter 9 months out of the year, it's just too much.
Yeah.
You been to Maine in winter?
No, and I'm not going to make it. Like,
There it was.
I don't want to be like a popsicle. I mean, like, why? That's what happened to me.
He said,
He
I'm,
did step off the plane into U.S. territory in the middle of the Louisiana
Oh
snowstorm,
yeah,
though.
that's one. Yeah,
Oh, that's a different kind of cold, though.
Yeah.
oh, wow.
That's a humid
You were
cold.
here for our 8
But I
days
wa-
of winter.
I mean, but I was freezing. I was
Yeah.
like,
Me too.
Why did I do?
Yeah.
I was back to my.
Y'all
car.
have one child, right?
We have
We
one
do.
son, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, we do.
Who's obsessed with dinosaurs, and I love him.
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
He's a fiery
He's a
little
fun
child.
time.
He's a good time. Rawr. I mean, he is, and well, always y'all have done a great job. Like he's not shy, or he hasn't been around us. Anybody here, as soon as he walked in, he started giving everybody high fives and showing us
Yeah.
dinosaurs and,
He ain't shy at all.
and all those
Yeah.
things.
Well-
so I can't imagine where he gets
Well,
that
it's-
from out of listening to both of them speak on this podcast.
Sorry, you
boy.
you speak better English than I do.
I do. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
low bar.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that stick ain't measuring real high. But
But that is incredible because literally, like, so we had to take Martin. You had to take Spanish in high school, huh?
no, I took Latin.
Another very useful language.
Yeah. Well, you know why I took it?
Well, you're a biologist.
Well, that and you didn't have to speak it. Like it's just straight translation. So, but most of the English language comes from Latin. So I took it to learn why we had to go and screw everything up. Like,
More
because
complicated than it
the
needs
more
to
you
be.
learn about, like, I don't understand now. You know, the metric system is extremely confusing for Americans because
Pretty easy.
we
Some-
haven't used it. But if we would have started using it, it is so much simpler. Like
You're gonna
than-
get flamed in the comments.
well, that's fine.
Go
but
back to London.
like if it's multiples of 10, most people can do it. You can do that on your fingers. Like
That's
it's not hard.
just add a
like,
0.
You know, unless you lost a finger or thumb. You know, like
But
I
see,
mean,
so I have failed Italian. I might not have failed it. I made a C. And then Spanish I had to take, and it was so hard. And we had teachers and all this. And you taught yourself English, which is way more difficult to learn. How did you do that?
I mean, the thing is, we always received books at this orphanage,
Okay.
and any book that had anything in English was for me. Like I would just get the books, and every time I would go to bed, I would be like, "All right, let's read these books." But how do you read in English when the way that you write is not the same way that you pronounce something? And I was like, "All right, we can figure this out." So I got a dictionary that taught me how to pronounce every word from a book. So I was like, all right, let's do it that way. And that's why I did it.
that's wild.
That
man.
is that's
crazy.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
But
it's
that was
crazy.
like back when we didn't have cell phones and internet, you know, like
That makes it
and-
even more impressive.
And I was like, I mean, there's nothing else to do around here, so let me just study.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
What did y'all
Yeah.
do for fun in the Dominican? Like
Uh,
baseball? Like
yeah,
I mean,
baseball, but I don't like baseball. Sorry, babe.
uh,
so
she's-
boring.
I mean, good baseball players come from the Dominican Republic, okay?
Uh-huh.
yeah.
But I don't like baseball.
Yeah,
Should've
that's
been my
fine.
red
That's,
flag.
I was just like, did y'all fish? Like, you know, around here,
No.
obviously you're
We
now
don't hunt.
you're
like, we don't-
thrown into a hunting and fishing.
Yeah, I
like
know.
that's what happens here. So that's why I was curious of what y'all did for
The only thing that
funsies.
we hunt in the Dominican Republic is chicken.
Hey, look, here's what I
Oh, yo.
Oh,
Got it.
Nailed it.
pollo.
Use it in a
here's-
sentence? Cannot, but got the word.
And here's what I tell you about Luis and chicken. What I figured out, they eat all of him, buddy.
oh yeah.
He got a recipe for chicken toes.
Oh,
See?
Feet?
Look,
delicious. Oh,
yeah, the
so
feet
good.
of them. See,
Oh,
Pretty
Right,
much
babe?
the feet of any animal he'll eat.
Have you had the thigh? That part's legit.
no.
No.
That's
child's play. It's all about them feet, man. That's
Oh, yeah.
what. That's what. Like when I talk to him, most of the time here, it's like about culture and things like. Because it's truly fascinating to me, like
Yeah.
different cultures
Well,
and all the things. Like
I mean, you guys here love hamburgers, anything with bread, like anything inside of a bread. It's a burger for you.
yeah.
Like,
The truth is, we love bread.
Oh.
Like
So I
it's
don't
a
get to-
carb deal.
I've
Like,
never worked with Brittany and Luis because I'm not here anymore, but I have noticed one thing in my short times when I come here. Luis eating healthy.
Huh?
He like
He's eating what?
healthy.
No,
Yeah, he is.
buddy.
It's like
he is.
all grilled chicken and vegetables.
Buddy, he is Chick-fil-A's #1 customer.
oh,
and
no,
I- and
it's
I
gonna
saw
happen
him-
to you.
and
Welcome to West Monroe.
And I saw him in tears the other day over a spilt milkshake.
Oh no.
Not
milkshake
literal
did go
tears, but like
everywhere.
the frown on his face, there could have been tears. Like,
I mean, Chick-fil-A is good, okay? We don't have Chick-fil-A in the Dominican Republic.
There
Like,
is
You
a
have
thing-
Popeyes.
we have Popeyes, yeah, but it's
Are they rude
All right.
there?
huh?
Or is
What?
that just our Popeyes?
Seems to be the
Are
theme.
the Dominican Popeyes workers as rude as the American ones?
No.
Oh, that's
no.
good. I
mean,
didn't know if that was just a
Are
American
they rude
culture.
over here?
Go there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ask for a chicken sandwich. They're out of them. Anyway. So, but that is a thing you got to be careful of. The Duck Commander 50.
that's what he
Oh,
said.
someone told me about that.
Jay?
Jay told me about that. I was like,
There's the Freshman 15 and there's the Duck Commander 50.
I asked him
50.
I asked him what his favorite thing about working here so far was, and he said, "Man, we eat free here a lot."
Oh, yeah.
He said,
Have you seen the break room out there?
there?
Like every time I pass by there's something on the table. And I'm like, how is this even possible? Like, I've never experienced something like this in any company I work for in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Like,
Boy.
food every time? Come on.
If
sign
you'd
me
have
up.
worked for us 20 years ago, like about when I started, and you down at Phil and Kay's, you'd have really thought it was something with the meals that were coming out of there every day for lunch.
Every day she cooked a full meal.
By the time I
Oh, really?
started,
Yeah,
she quit doing
every
that,
day.
and she felt bad
Like
about it.
roast potatoes, carrots, rice, gravy.
Look at him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm starving already.
And all of it was super delicious.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
once I started, there was too many people for her to do that anymore. But Miss K still had a meal catered for the whole company, like once a week,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes she would cook it,
Yeah.
and it was always better when she cooked it.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Nice.
We eat a lot.
Yeah, Luis said, "Can y'all film some more of them Commander's Kitchen videos?"
Oh, yeah.
I will say this: he's got a very experimental palate. He's tried everything we've cooked, and he's like, "Yeah, that's pretty good."
Yeah.
So
Oh.
he don't care.
He got
Like,
excited about chicken feet, bro.
I mean, chicken feet is good.
I'm
right?
trying to
Like,
get
you
it.
need to try it.
I'm trying to get him to cook the chicken feet for one of the Commander's Kitchen
I
because
mean,
I think it'd be cool.
If
I
you
mean,
do
I would
that,
try
I will
it.
eat it.
But-
Oh.
He said
Sir.
them. He said them toes, man. It's where it's got like a tendon in it. That's just,
Oh.
that's what he does.
I ate a banana with the peel still on it. I will try chicken feet.
Well,
It's a weird show. Don't worry
like
about
the
it.
halibut. The cheeks of a halibut, are supposed to be like.
Yeah, he don't walk on them.
Yeah, that's true.
How
he
about
don't,
fish
he don't
eyes?
walk on them.
Eat
Ugh.
fish eyes?
The
Brittany.
eyes? Why?
That's a
Oh.
main thing?
Oh. Well,
Negative.
It's a thing in the Dominican Republic. You don't do that here?
Eat the eyes of
Yeah.
the fish?
You don't eat the eyes?
No, he go in a gut bucket.
You guys are boring.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that was amazing.
I mean, come on.
Y'all ate the eyes?
You're wasting food. Come on. Yeah.
Welcome to America.
Wasting food.
Buddy, I don't know if
I
you know this.
mean-
I go to Popeyes and I don't even ask for the breast, the leg, or the wing. I'm like, just give me all the thighs. You can throw the rest of that chicken away.
Nah.
Nah, you got it. Oh,
Nah.
you eat the eyes?
I mean,
So is
the fish
everything?
eye is really good, though. I mean,
He said we're wasting food, calling fish eyes. So to you, is everything that's edible food?
Pretty much.
Pretty
Okay,
much,
yeah, because
yeah.
to me, no, that's not
Pretty
the case.
much.
There's some stuff I'm like,
His
no.
mom makes a mean sheep intestine.
that's good. She tried the first time.
No, I didn't mean to.
She didn't mean.
Brittany,
What do you think
That's-
it was?
oh,
spaghetti?
no.
Hey,
You
that's
said,
where I
"Here's
would
a-
hurt
here's a bowl of
people's
soup," and I
feelings
said,
unintentionally because I'm not going to try all this wild stuff.
I mean,
I'm
You
not going to
only
try all
live
this
once,
wild
right?
stuff. I'm
No.
not an adventurous eater.
No, size a steak and potato guy.
Yeah, I am.
And
Yeah.
oranges
Yeah.
with the peel still on.
Yeah.
The more north you get, the less salt and pepper you get. Apparently, there's no salt mines up there or something. And then the more south you get, you turn
more
into
spicy.
Louisiana.
Oh,
And then Dominican's just a whole nother level
trust me.
It's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
of seasoning. And so that probably is weird.
You
for
can you
y'all.
can ask Korie or Willie or anyone about the Dominicans beans. Oh, our beans are
The
like
beans are the best.
the best.
Beans.
Oh, beans.
Just regular beans.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
beans and
Yes.
rice. Well, something I've learned like Americans don't like rice and beans, but we do. That's like
Wrong answer.
I mean,
Well, that's wrong.
you
You
I
don't
said
like rice and beans.
I
What
mean-
kind of beans?
In Louis-
Black beans or like refried beans?
any color
No,
beans.
not refried.
but just any kind of like lima bean, navy bean,
pinto.
pinto. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
man.
pinto.
I
We like
love
pinto.
beans.
Yeah, you ain't been around the right ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
beans,
Okay.
rice, and cornbread is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things on
Yeah.
one of my favorite meals on this planet.
Oh no.
Ooh.
You throw that rear end of the pig in there with him too, and let him
Well,
just
yeah,
kind of
put a ham
simmer
bone
down.
in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
okay.
We, now we
okay.
have
Oh.
got me excited.
You know, you
Okay.
buy a big ham and you eat most of it, and there's a little meat left all on it. You throw that in the bean pot and
Ooh.
cook your beans with it.
Oh.
Mhm.
But y'all are talking like baked beans.
No,
No?
those
Like
are just
barbecue,
boiled down.
sugary.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
The
not
best
baked-
part of the barbecue beans is the bacon.
That's a fact.
Yeah, Kay always does that real good.
But no,
That's one
no,
of,
we're
that's one of her
Huh.
deals is her barbecued baked beans.
that's
excellent.
coming. It's a winter dish, really. Willie makes a great pot.
A bean?
He made some really great baked beans for the
Well,
4th of
Willie's
July.
a goulash man.
Well,
Willie starts out with a pan about this big around, and when he gets through,
Gross.
he's got a quart thing up this big, because he keeps throwing everything in his house in it. Yeah,
but his ham
and it
beans,
is pretty good though. Okay?
It is
I
very
give it
good.
to him.
That's right.
He
Yeah.
cooks pretty good.
y'all this winter have him make you a pot of beans with the ham and the sausage and the rice, and it is.
Oh.
And the Mexican
He
cornbread.
taught Allison how to make. I'm pretty sure Kay taught Willie, and then he taught Allison.
Well, they've been. This is over 50-year period.
Yeah, it went
They've
Kay, Lisa,
You
Willie.
know, we're bad about experimenting.
Oh.
Okay, I call my mom and dad. They were mad scientists in the kitchen.
Oh.
And one night, they made some ice cream, homemade ice cream. It was butterscotch. Well, they all ate a bowl of it. When I first tasted it, I threw mine away, and they were sick for 3 weeks afterwards.
Oh my god.
It was
Dodged a bullet.
and Daddy and Mama both said we missed it on that one. I
Lord
said, yeah, I
have
told
mercy.
y'all not to eat it. I said it wasn't no good,
Well, I knew this would fly by. We're running out of time. So, but to kind of, and we're going to have y'all back on because we ain't even got like through
this
the
has
top
been one of
layer.
my favorite episodes.
We ain't even
ever.
got through the top layer of this onion. So, like, much less a full petal. But
The Dominion.
so you
onion.
end up at Duck Commander / Tread Lively. You're in West Monroe, Louisiana, which is a far cry from Maine or the Dominican Republic, and arguably worse.
We got to be closer to the Dominican Republic. than
Yes.
we are
Definitely.
Maine,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, we both get hurricanes, so he kind of at home, but like not really.
And it's hot and humid.
It's hot,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
But there's no wind here, so y'all
There's
always
no
had a
wind.
sea breeze.
Yeah.
But, that's why island life is bearable, is the breeze.
We
Like,
didn't live the good old island life, sadly.
But I mean, if you go inland,
Yeah.
y'all were
We're-
far enough inland where the wind didn't really
It was like
never
100
rained
degrees
down there.
every day and never rained.
Yeah.
never rain.
It's a big island.
Big old island.
There's 2 countries on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you got a hurricane. Did you ride out a bunch of hurricanes while you were there?
No, I've never seen a hurricane down there.
Oh well,
It
welcome.
rains.
It rains, but
Yeah.
not like hurricane.
Yeah. Oh well, welcome. You'll find
get
one.
one
You'll
here
find
soon.
one here before long. We've
Really?
been about 2 years without one, so we're due for one to come right up
I'm
at
so
some
nervous.
point.
Well, I'll be gone.
He's finally going to go to Maine.
Bye bye.
He said he ain't riding it out.
Oh man, but no. How did y'all end up? Like, what was the process of ending up here? I guess is like Will and Korie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we, when we got married, we talked about where we wanted to be. He couldn't travel for a long time. We had to get some paperwork in order. And so we were living in the DR full time and decided when we get the paperwork, where are we going to end up? What does that look like? And I knew without a shadow of a doubt, he would never survive Maine. It's too cold. It's everything too bland to everything. And so
I wouldn't survive Maine.
no.
Nobody
So we
would
talked about what
survive
that would
Maine.
look like, and he barely survived 1 week in Maine. But Korie and Willie were down for a visit and talked to them, and they're like, "Just come to Louisiana. It's perfect. It's hot like this. It's great." We're like, "I've seen some movies. I've seen some things about Louisiana.
Waterboy.
Like, yeah, I've seen some things."
Seen some things that she liked him evidently.
I was a little nervous about it, but we decided to try it, and we kind of packed up rather quickly and just headed out of there in January. So
Yeah.
There you go.
So y'all been here
For
About 6 months.
about 6
Yeah.
months. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And while you were here, you graduated college.
I
Louise,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while I was living in the Dominican Republic, I was studying Liberty University online. And when I got here, I had the opportunity to finish college and also graduated and went to Virginia, graduated there, a whole thing. Like
What a
dream
story,
come
man.
true, you
Yeah.
know?
What a story. man.
Because coming from a country like the Dominican Republic and also growing up in an orphanage, it's a big deal for
Yeah.
someone like me to
Oh,
graduate
yeah.
college, you know?
Yeah.
You've
So-
done very well. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
Forget.
And
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
Period.
that is
Yeah.
a
like
big deal.
forget the other steps
Yeah.
you had
Yeah.
to add on to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
that
right.
you were forced to add on to it. It's just a big deal,
Yeah.
period. Especially these days to stick it out and finish what you started. I mean,
You-
there's
That's
so
right.
many people that don't. So like that's a cool
that's right.
deal.
And in English, not like in Spanish or anything.
Did it
Did
in
you-
English.
Oh, yeah.
But at Liberty,
Because
did
you
you
sat
did you
at night
choose?
reading a dictionary.
They offer to to take all the classes in Spanish, and I was like, nah.
Oh, I was wondering if you chose like Spanish for your
yeah.
language and made your 100A, and then like, oh, yeah, give me that A. Yeah, I'm taking Spanish.
He didn't take any of the
Yeah.
easy classes.
Yeah. So
What's your
Spanish.
degree in?
Spanish is a
Business
beautiful
administration.
language.
oh yeah.
Business
I like
admin.
I have country
He's smarter
singers
than us.
sing stuff in Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'll say. Luis showed up here, and the wardrobe around here, he's the best dressed employee at Duck Commander.
That is true. I've
He
noticed that.
also one thing that you can't see on this podcast or listen to or hear, you will now know that he does not own a pair of shoes that aren't solid white.
Always.
He said nobody's got time for black shoes. I wear all black shoes. Yeah. I mean, he comes dressed to the nines every day, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. Like, but it makes me feel good.
He
Like,
always has buttons on his shirt.
absolutely.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some of those.
You can try. I mean, you'll look good too, like me.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh, it's fantastic. But no, it's been fun having you guys in.
Thank you.
Look, appreciate you. Look, and we always close. Brittany knows this. I don't know if Luis, have you ever listened to our podcast before? You can be honest.
I always listen to the podcast.
Oh,
Like for
okay.
real. Like the moment I turn the car on, our kid in the back is like quack quack quack.
He's obsessed with the intro music.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we got
I
one,
heard
man.
all the thing about the toilet in the bathroom.
Oh,
too, so.
yeah. Well, that wasn't you, was it?
No, it was not me. It was not me.
Do you hunt?
I don't.
Would
I've been
you?
wanting
Well,
to
go-
do that.
You got to take him duck hunting, Martin.
Why I got to take you?
'Cause
No, I'm
you
kidding.
got a good place to go.
No, we'll go. Hey, you
Friend?
know what? I'm going to take him teal hunting. That way it'll be like back home.
Yeah.
He ain't got to worry about the cold.
Yeah.
It's going to
Okay.
be it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes. It's going to be borderline misery. The alligators will not bother you. That's fine.
Alligators? What do you mean?
No, nothing. I mean, where do you think he come from? You see him right there? But
Is that real?
He was.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is real. It was once alive.
Till it got
Um,
shot in the head.
Yeah, till he ate a chicken.
Till you ate a chicken.
Yeah,
Got on a hook.
I
Not
think
the
I'm
feet,
gonna
though.
buy a ticket back home. See ya. I love you. Bye.
But no, we always close with a Bible verse. I don't know if y'all have a favorite one.
I
mean,
got one. If you have a favorite one,
I don't.
Okay. Fire
Proverbs 16:3, I think, encapsulates, especially Louise's story. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. For a kid that was reading a dictionary he didn't know how to read at night, and now graduating college, working in West Monroe, is a crazy story. Beautiful wife, beautiful kids, all because he committed to a goal and committed to the Lord. And
Absolutely.
I mean,
man.
there's no other words besides y'all's story. It's
Amen.
unbelievable
That's
and
right.
really cool to have you on.
And you will be back because
Yeah.
we
Oh,
got.
I've been waiting
of
for
course.
this for a while.
Yeah, we got way more questions.
Oh, yeah.
So
Brittany
this was-
showed up and was sitting over there one day, and they were like, I was like, "Who's that?" They said, "She's from Maine. Her husband's from the Dominican." I was like, I got questions."
Yeah. How? Why?
Yeah.
Where?
And I'm getting
what?
some of the answers.
Yeah, the who, what, where, when, why, how
Yeah.
thing. But
yeah.
no, thank y'all for
Thank
joining
you
us.
for
Look,
having
Of course. Thank you for having
thank
us.
y'all for listening. If you do have any people that want to sponsor that you'd rather hear us read, hit up Brittany. No,
Send him my way.
she can help out with if you're tired of hearing those other ones. Like hit her up. But no, for real, thank y'all for coming in. We'll see y'all next time right here on the Duck Call Room. We're out.